Jimmy, you want to go first?
Yes, go ahead, second, please.
Who wants to go first?
Yeah, you can absolutely go first. I was just typing in the chat to Hugo. I think this is on everyone's mind at the moment, isn't it? A really, really good question.
AI is nothing new. Okay, let me be transparent. If you remember websites like Monster.com and Indeed and everything else, they have the ability to run an algorithm on your resume also. This is career is not about talent. It's not about skills. It's not if you're right all the time. It's none of those things. A career is an actual process and an entire approach. And so for me, it comes down to the fact of simply, are you truthful about who you are? Do you know what you care about? Do you know the people you're connecting with? Are you having the right conversations? Are you growing yourself? Because if you're growing yourself, you're growing everyone else around you, right? I'm gonna call out Jennifer right now because Jennifer, I love the glasses now. Jennifer is a person who has a very diverse skill set and was able to believe that they had the opportunity, that they had the information available, right? You see that growth is very intentional. I talked to Jennifer this week, and I'm going to put Jennifer on blast because it's what I do best. Jennifer is now an MVP, but that's not enough. It's okay. We have a conference, cool. It's also about how do I show up to represent others in my community, myself, and so people can see me as a leader and understand that there's more opportunities to invest. That's a career. A career is about, honestly speaking, just owning who you are, because the thing that makes you different, the thing that makes you special is you. AI can't replicate you to a degree. Actually, it can replicate you to a degree, but it's not going to replicate what makes you special. And until you have stakeholders who believe that, know you, I can apply for a job right now. It does not mean I'm going to get the job. Most likely, I am not going to even get a call back. Doesn't matter how good I am. If I didn't do the steps to manage my career the effective way, by making those conversations, calling people, making dialogues, you're never going to actually have any path forward because you don't know what you care about because you're not engaging and interacting. In the words of West Africa Dreaming, are you outside? You can be inside at a computer, but be outside. That's why I asked, are you in Nigeria? Where are you at? Because we know that there's lots of Nigerian user groups. We know there's Nigerian associations for business. We know there's opportunities with West Africa Dreaming, Afro Hana. There's opportunities are galore. But the question is, what are you doing to take advantage of those opportunities and being in that space to define what you want? Demi, please put me out of my misery.
No, and I think as well, people need to be cognizant of the fact that when you go onto LinkedIn, that's not every job that's out there. And many times, a lot of jobs don't even make it onto LinkedIn because they get filled before. So at the moment, yes, the market might be a bit tough. That might be because of AI. It might be because of economic circumstances. There's a variety of things that are leading to this. But I think you have to be creative. You have to think, what is my brand and what can I do that's different? You know, Jennifer was saying you can actually create your own Salesforce projects and you can write on LinkedIn about all of the real life business problems you're solving. You can create a product on a small scale, more to say prove, like a POC, prove some kind of concept. You can I know in the UK and I'm sure all around the world they have loads of Salesforce admin groups, developer groups, functional groups. I think it just takes some planning. You just have to sit down and say, what am I going to do that's going to be that's going to mean I'm different? You shouldn't wait for jobs to end up on LinkedIn. You should be intercepting way before they end up on LinkedIn, because the moment they end up on LinkedIn, there are going to be 100, 200, 300, 400 applicants at that point. And what makes one person more special than the other? Not much, right? So intercept before.
Can I add two quotes? And I think they're really important quotes. There's a gentleman who passed away, but he's an amazing leader called Earl Graves. Earl Graves was the founder of Black Enterprise magazine. They were the premier entrepreneurship business magazine and paid probably globally for lots of people. And it doesn't have to be Black. It's hard on advice. And this is a quote: to have a successful career, you have to approach it as an entrepreneur. Even if you are working for someone else, your career is your own private business. You have to market yourself and your abilities and your knowledge just as if you would a product or service. Now, there's another piece to this, and this is the other piece that I think is critical. Another quote from him: I have no patience with people who just want to tell me what's wrong.
Mm.
I only want to hear from the person who first tells me the solution
Ooh.
and then fills me in on the problem. I don't want to hear that your basement is flooded. I want to hear that you found the number to the cleanup company, then tell me you're calling them.
That's
Those two quotes by Earl Graves Sr. are critical to what it takes. Leaders don't want problems. Leaders want solutions.
it's
Because
true.
they don't have problems. They have all types of problems. Who's going to give them the solution? Who's going to tell them the perspective? Who's going to take the Wolverthal? Who's going to show them that they've done the thought process and the critical thinking? That person is you. If you do not show up with that type of confidence to tell them, no, I don't think that's the right solution, actually. This, if we do this, this, and this, here's the thing, what's going to solve. But here's the two other things that you didn't think of with your solution or what we're doing that are going to become problems. Oh, yeah, you know that long query database that you have there that you're running across a large data volume and the query fails? Well, maybe we need to restructure our data. Did you have the confidence to say that? Because that's the real solution that you're bringing to the business.
Yeah, thank you so
Wow.
much, Sheplin. I think Jennifer raised her hand, then I think Renee has something to say. We'll just give Jennifer time to speak. Then Renee, you go after Jennifer, and then I think we can call it a day. Hi, Jennifer, over to you.
You're talking on mute.
Sorry. Okay, so I just wanted to say sometimes when you know what you want, you fight for it.
It's true.
You will work for it. You will sweat for it. And sometimes you will do things that are not ordinary. You do things that are crazy. Like in my early stages or later on, I used to do crazy stuff. You know, I used to knock on doors that you would think, even right now when I sit down and I think, Jennifer, what were you thinking? Did you really email Mark Benioff 3 times until he responded? That was me.
Yeah.
So I had a mentor when I began, Anna Sabo, if you know her. I don't know where she is. I really have been trying to look for her. She told me, Jennifer, knock on doors. No matter, you know, if the door is not open, keep knocking, especially if you want to enter through that door. And that's how crazy I'll become. I would knock until they responded, you know. So I'm not saying go knocking now, but I'm just saying sometimes when you know what you want, when you know what you want to achieve, you work towards it. Demi was mentioning about LinkedIn. Sometimes you apply for a job. I will be very honest to you that I have applied for over 400 jobs on LinkedIn, but I have not been called for a single interview for any of those 400. And then I later on began to realize, you know, as I was now getting deeper into the ecosystem, that most of those postings are just a formality. Because the job is just supposed to be flighted to say there was an opening, but it's a formality. Oh, we're recording this session. But anyway, I wanted to say something, but no, let me just...
No. Say the truth. Like, the reality is, in America and other countries, there's legal ramifications. You have to post a job publicly in order to hire someone. Yeah.
I wanted to just attest to the fact that for my current role, I did not apply for it, but I got into it automatically. And they told me, don't worry, you're going to see the role on LinkedIn, but it's already yours. You know, it's just a formality. But how did I get that role? I showed them what I was made of.
Yeah.
I made sure that I shine. Do you understand? So you sell yourself, you sell yourself, you sell yourself. There will some companies will actually open up a position for you because they see you as a gem, as gold. How do you do that? Make sure that you are in their heads. You know, when they're thinking of something, they say, Jennifer. When they're thinking of something, they say, thank God. When they think of something, they say, oh, good. You know, just be in people's heads because of what you do, the good things that you do. If you've got a skill that you know, you don't lose anything by sharing that skill with other people.
Mhm.
You know what you're doing when you're sharing? You're actually improving your own skill. So if I'm a good product manager, why don't I just give a clip or maybe do some YouTube videos around product management, which will help other people? When you're doing that, you're sharpening your own skill. And then in the event that there's a company looking for a product manager, they know there is you. So in whatever you do in the tech industry, make sure that you leave a mark, a good mark, not a bad one, by the way, a good mark. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Rennie?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can add anything because I can maybe reiterate or rephrase, or I don't want to make it long. I've just written that the behaviors that you have and that maybe you aren't aware how valuable they are. If you are a person who is curious, if you're a person who likes to engage for your family, for your friends, if you're a friendly person, if you're a person who has empathy with the pains of others, I've said that before, then that goes such a long way. If you're a problem solver, if you have those natural instincts and abilities that have been honed over time, I mean, they don't have to be natural, they can be acquired, I don't care. But if you have those characteristics that make you attractive, you are maybe not even aware. Small example, I was building a website for a professor I worked for. Nobody had asked me to learn all this or to do all this. I just did it because I thought it was a really good idea to showcase my professor on the internet. And so I learned MySQL and SQL and whatnot and PHP. And that was very attractive for others when I applied for a tech job. And I didn't do it because of the tech job. And then when I evolved in my first Salesforce role, people said to me, hey, you are an internal consultant. And then eventually I became a real consultant. So somehow the desire to grow into something is there first, and then comes the realization by others, hey, this person can do that. They have already shown signs of doing it. So I would say maybe try this recipe, show signs of doing something publicly. So write it down, communicate it in some way so that others can see. As Jennifer says, make it regular so that you are on the mind of others. And that already goes a long way to being hired, I would say. It's not perfect, but it's something.
All right, thank you so much, Rennie. There's still more people raising their hands. We've gone past this by about 30 minutes, but I want to say thank you to all our speakers. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Shegun. Thank you, Rennie. Thank you, Demi. Thank you for taking out time out of your busy schedule to be part of this webinar. We don't really take this for granted.
Please connect with us all, the speakers and us, the hosts. We are on LinkedIn. We can get you connected as well. So please, I'll encourage everyone to connect with us.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank
you.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. And
Thank you, Nash, as well.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Donating it, Nash. Thank you.
Thank you.